Greetings, friends and fellow rebels. I'm coming to you by the riverside today. I think it's important that we acknowledge the seasonal change as they happen. And one of the features of water is reflection. It allows you to see yourself more clearly and thus allows you to understand your place in what's around you, in the fabric of life around you. Fall is particularly important because it's all about the shift from light to dark and the ability to acknowledge the dark parts of yourself, which means the dark is not necessarily evil. Dark is simply that which is unseen, unrecognized, perhaps part of yourself that you'd like to disown, what you struggle with, your challenges. But it's also a part of you that helps you grow. It can be a part of you that brings you strength. Too often, we do not acknowledge that what is dangerous and what is challenging is also what makes us powerful, makes us strong. If we are willing to work with it, to acknowledge it, to give it a place within us, if we understand how we have reached the advantages and the point in our life that we are at, how we survived, how we were able to protect ourselves and others, usually those things come from the shadow side of ourself, the side of ourself that's a little bit scary. This is the time of year when we need to acknowledge that it's a part of us, that it has a place. The point of chaos, the point of that which a lot of us struggle with, the story of Eris, the goddess of discord. She wasn't invited to the party. She wasn't invited to celebrate. And so she came anyway and threw her golden apple in the middle of the party to cause discord, to cause problems, to cause fights among those who were brought, invited to the party. The lesson there is if we don't find a place for our discord, for our darkness, for that which we struggle with, we don't find a place in our life for it, within ourselves for it, it will choose its own place. And in choosing where it wants to be, it's going to cause problems for us and for those around us, those who love us, those who are with us at that metaphorical party. So, at this time of year, rather than being frightened of the dark, frightened of the challenge, frightened of all of the different themes of the season of letting go and overcoming, rather than being afraid of those stories and those pictures and those representations and avoiding them entirely because they're dangerous, would it not be better to acknowledge they are part of our world? We have a world of duality. We have a world of intensity. And it's making us strong. If you stand in honor and if you center yourself in source, you're going to be okay. You're going to be more powerful than any particular part of you. And something that we often forget, the light side, the acknowledged side, the side that we don't struggle with, can be just as dangerous and just as deadly as our dark side. If we fall into the light side of rules and obligations and responsibilities and always doing the right thing according to everyone around us, we can be just as dangerous, just as difficult, just as trapped, just as deadly, just as much of a problem as if we completely embrace the rebel and the rule breaker and the darker side of ourselves. There's a balance. We find the balance. We stand in the balance. But the only way to do that is to acknowledge and honor both sides of what we are. And in this season of autumn, of the fall, of letting go of what we don't need, in preparation for the solstice, the winter solstice, when we dream up and bring in what we want next, what's next for our journey, in this season of letting go, we acknowledge the dark side. We acknowledge the part it plays in keeping us happy and safe and prosperous. And we let go of what we don't need. We let go of our fear. We let go of our ignorance. We let go of our misunderstanding. We forgive ourselves. We forgive others. And then we walk forward. Welcome to the river.